Hi, and welcome to Survival Gearless video series. If you've been following my blog, this is the third in a four-part series about getting basic preps together in just 4 weekends. This week I'm going to talk about basic food preps. So it's pretty amazing that 53% of Americans don't have a 3-day supply of food stored at their home. And if you think you're just going to run out to the store before a blizzard strikes or after an emergency, think again, because 53% of Americans don't have the food stored. So they're going to do the same thing that you're going to be doing. And if you remember back in New York just last year, there was a big blizzard predicted for New York, and everyone ran out, and there was really long food lines as people were trying to get food to survive the blizzard for a few days. So, that's basically what's going to happen is everyone's going to run to the store. And a lot of things get taken real quick. The basics, milk and bread and eggs and other things like that are going to go real quick, especially water. So let's talk about storing food. So basically you want to store what you eat. If you don't like Spam, don't store Spam. If you have picky kids, then you need to store the type of foods that they're going to eat. So there's a couple different styles of storing food. There's rotation style and storage style. So let's talk a little bit about the rotation style. So basically in your cupboard, you would have your basic food preps, and you would buy several items, and as they come on sale, you would buy a few more and a few more, but you rotate them. So when you use this can of soup, you got to buy another one. And when you use the peanut butter, you buy another one, and when it's on sale, buy another one. Same thing goes with things like pasta sauce. You have a couple in supply, you use one, you buy another one, they come on sale, you buy a couple more, and you just keep rotating the food so it really never goes bad. And it's items that you already like to eat. Then there's sort of storage, long-term storage. So basically what I have here is some of the items that I like to store, and it's items that we eat. And basically what I do is I have a couple containers, and you can see here I have one of these black and yellow ones. These are much stronger than your basic holiday Christmas light storage, because these you can stack with heavy weights on top of them. I think they'll hold about 75 pounds each on top of them, which is good because if you start storing a lot of canned foods and flour and rice, it packs up pretty quick. So some of the items that I like to store are, they're going to last a long time in this storage because I'm not going to be rotating them. Things like tomato sauce, fruit cocktail, peanut butter stores a long time, or if you have somebody allergic to peanut butter, you want to look at something like sunflower butter. Also have oatmeal, this 5-pound bag of pancake mix stores a long time. It's something that our kids are going to eat, not a problem. It's tough to find the 5-pound bag. You can get them at Costco. Amazon has it, but most other places has a lot smaller ones. Other things that I store, but I put into Mylar bags. This is rice. You can actually see the grain of rice. So there's rice inside there along with an oxygen absorber, and I'll teach you how to do that in another video. I'll talk about that later. I also have macaroni stored in this style, things that you can put your pasta sauce. Coffee. If you are a caffeine addict, you're definitely going to have coffee on hand. Another thing that you want to put right into your storage bin is a can opener, because if there is a power outage and you have a manual can opener, that's not going to be very good because you're going to starve with no food. But you want to put that right inside your prep. The other thing, there's a lot of discussions on different survival boards, and you see them on TV on Nat Geo is storing of dehydrated food. Well, you don't need the entire garage full of dehydrated food like they tell you do. You can get something like this, which is Mountain House. And, if you're a camper, you know what this stuff is. This stuff is pretty good, stores a long time in good conditions. If you have a really hot garage that you're trying to store it in, it's not going to store very long. But it will if you have it in the right conditions. That's great for extending your storage, but I wouldn't go and buy tons and tons of dehydrated food. It's expensive to begin with when you can store your basic items like this that will hang for a couple years and then you can start using them. So, how much should you store? Well, the first thing to do is write down what you eat for 1 week. And you'd be pretty amazed at how much food you actually go through. Especially if you have a larger family, you'll be going through a lot of food. So write down what you go through and then try to have that much on hand for 1 week. You know, go out and buy some extra cans of this and that that you like to eat. And then build out longer than that. So you want to then start working on building another week. So you have 2 weeks. And then, you know, you can get out to a month and that'd be a pretty good supply of food. You know, experts talk about doing 6 months worth of food or a year. But, you know, if you basically have a month's worth of food on hand, that's a pretty good start for your prep. So you have your first aid kit done, your water done, and then you have your food done. And that will get you through, you know, pretty much really bad disasters. But it's pretty easy to go out to Walmart or just order some items on Amazon and start putting your food preps together. I hope that was helpful. Thanks.